Hello, I'm Mike from Speed 8. Yeah, that's Gore Park here in downtown Hamilton. That's where I am right now. Yeah. So today, I have to say I am it's not just me, but me and a venue owner. Well, it's actually the event coordinator, but for the rest of this video, I'm calling her the event owner. So let me tell you why the both of us are disappointed. First of all, I approached her in August because, as usual, I wanted to run speed dating events. So I go approach her in August, say to her I want to run a speed dating event, discussing all the details and such. She was happy with the idea. She thought, okay, well, let's go ahead. We'll put up 2 dates in September, which we did. But here's the thing that makes things impressive at her end, which to me, this is the first venue that actually poured a lot of their soul into the events that sadly did not happen. What this venue decided to do, which is actually a local one here, what this venue decided to do, she decided that she's going to actually fund the event by funding the marketing. So then I go on my Facebook account, which now is suspended for a very stupid reason. But anyways, then I went on my Facebook. I thought, okay, let's see what's going on. And then I see on my ad being popped up by random groups on Facebook. I thought, this is really impressive the way she went about it. Not only that, she actually created the majority of the poster herself. I've never had that happen to me before within a venue. So I'm going to have to thank them for it. You know what? I'll give the name because they deserve recognition for that regard. It's called the Anchor Bar. So yeah, I do thank them for that. So I'm going to get to the disappointing part, because let me tell you, we cannot put the blame on the Anchor Bar, because the Anchor Bar did everything possible at their end to try to make the event happen. Okay? Well, the part that I find disappointing is that I can never get enough people. Okay, fine. For the Anchor Bar, the first event that I've tried, I've gotten 8 people, which was a record from basically the whole year. Probably because some of their marketing has attracted some people. But then when I looked at my stats, I found out one person found me through Twitter, one person, actually the majority found me through Eventbrite. I'm going to get to Eventbrite in a sec because it's a crazy platform. I got to talk about it. It really is crazy. Anyway, so that's how I got the people there. So 8 people, and then some of the other people were my existing customers from the other canceled events. So anyways, I got 8 people, and that wasn't enough. So I had to cancel. So what happens the week after? Had to cancel again, because this time around I got nobody. And that was the same time period where they didn't market. Well, I don't know, maybe they did, maybe they didn't, but I didn't see any promotion on Facebook anymore. So it made me think maybe they hired somebody to do the marketing for a limited time and then they stopped. Okay, I get it. Venues don't have to pour out all their money to get an event running. I mean, basically, when you think about it, it is my job personally to put out the advertising and such, but this venue was just being a little too nice. Anyways, so between having a dramatic record number of people for a new event, followed by nobody, something is clearly wrong with society, okay? It was so disappointing that I felt sorry for the venue staff for pouring the money into something that just didn't even run. Okay? It got so bad that I thought, okay, I go tell them I'm not going to be running events there anymore, at least for the time being. And then they responded in a similar manner, saying, oh, we won't be letting you run the events for the time being. Well, I get it. It's a mutual decision to not run events there just because there's something wrong with the society. Does nobody want any relationships or kids or anything? Come on. If people keep up acting this way, people are going to be screwed over. So anyways, I'm going to get to the Eventbrite part, because after that whole disappointment, I thought, okay, let me go change some letters of my ads on Eventbrite, because I post some listings up there just to try to get more people. So what do? change some wordings around just to remove a couple little 2 or 3 letter words, and guess what? I get like 2 or 3 people showcasing interest. One of them says, oh, I'll buy tickets today. Well, it's not today, but yesterday or whatever it was. This one person's like, oh, I'll buy tickets today. Day passes by, nope, no sale. Are people okay? Are people really okay? Anyway, so after that I thought, what do I gotta do? Tweak up my words so much on Eventbrite 5,000 times a day just to make people understand that I'm trying to unite people with real people? Because I gotta tell you, some other person on YouTube put up a video about speed dating, and one thing she pointed out, excuse me, sorry, I have a little cough. One point that this person pointed out was that some other organizers may be using fillers in their events. And why am I talking about that? Because the person that recently asked me about my events, you know what his famous question was? Oh, how many people do you have for this event and that event? He's talking about the ones coming up in less than 7 days. Well, I could only give honest answers. I'm not going to make up something. The other organizers might, but I'm not going to, because I'm an honest person. Sure, honesty kills, but sorry, it's cold out. It's better to be honest than to lie and to screw people over. Because eventually it'll kill you if you screw people over. That's why, Eventbrite, that's why Eventbrite and I aren't on the same level, if you know what I mean. Sorry, I have to keep some things a little bit lighthearted here because I'm putting this both on YouTube and on Rumble, so I'm just trying to make this, Anyway, so this guy's like, well, how many people do you have? Well, if you ask that to another organizer, they might say, oh, I almost got a full house, I need one more person. Well, how do you know if they have a full house? Fact of the matter is, there's 2 disadvantages with you guys asking that question. The first disadvantage, as I explained, is the person could lie. The person could say, oh, I'm only one person away from a full house. The second disadvantage to when you're asking that question is tickets could actually be sold out by the time you finish asking that question. Sorry, it's getting cold. So by the time you ask that question, what happens if when you ask that question, the last ticket was sold seconds before you press the send button? I think it would be wise for you to, if you're interested in my event, it would be wise to you not to ask that question and just go ahead, buy a ticket. Because you know what? If the event gets canceled and you buy the ticket at the right time or with the right payment method, I'll give you a full refund. Alright? So just keep that in mind. If you're interested, just get in. Because I put the answers to the most frequently asked questions on my website and a little bit on Eventbrite. So please, time is of the essence. If you really want in, buy a ticket and stop asking all sorts of questions that are answered. So yeah, I don't think there's much else to say other than the fact that I'm changing up my street ad format now. So now people are going to find gigantic hearts and gigantic QR codes. Why? Because the gigantic heart is going to show people that love exists. And the gigantic QR code, it's about 3 times the size of a normal one. I measured it, it's about 3 inches by 3 inches. That QR code, I made it gigantic so people can scan it from like 6 feet away. Why? Because I think people hate reading and they just want to scan and buy. I think that's people's attitude now. Whatever the case is, people need to smarten up. Because if people don't smarten up, then unfortunately, without control of my own, more and more venue owners are going to be disappointed, and I don't want to see that. That's about all I have to say for now. Keep that all in mind. Bye bye.